is run by the same Catholic mission, the Sisters of St. Anne. Both schools were reduced to rubble by the earthquake. Yet, both schools hope to restart classes at the beginning of next month so that 1,700 students can continue their educations. To build the necessary transitional classrooms, Sisters of St. Anne is turning to Tzu for help.
我们到太子港算也已经超过了1个星期的时间了。
We have been in Haiti for a week. Every day we've seen clouds of dust and suffering victims. But today, on the stone path, it looks like we're in France. However, this is also Port-au-Prince.
At the Sisters of St. Anne convent, which has a 70-year history, the sturdy-looking buildings still have cracks from the earthquake. The nuns have set up tents outside, and a small wooden hut is being built as a temporary kitchen. Though they are victims of the quake, the nuns only want to rebuild their schools. This is Christ the King Secretarial School, the best girls' school in Haiti, which offered an excellent education in English and French. But today all that has come to a halt. The government helped demolish the damaged buildings. Now the only structure is a new block built last year, which is a makeshift office.
Where I'm standing now is the Christ the King Secretarial School. After the earthquake, it has been leveled. Behind me is where the transitional classrooms will be, and in front of me is where the new permanent classrooms are expected to be built.
Earthquake can stop, destroy school, but we must continue working. We must continue living. It's life. You have to prepare life.
Nearby college Marie Anne has announced that classes will resume on April 6th. The school is looking for 20 tents to make classrooms for 1,600 students, but the plans are up in the air. Médecins Sans Frontières has a clinic on the grounds, and there's also a tent camp here. If the school is to be rebuilt, the victims must be rehoused.
It's around 12 noon and the weather is very hot. You can see under the sun around 60 children waiting to register their names. An NGO has promised to distribute food or toys here, but according to the local residents, this has happened twice this week and no food or toys have appeared.
It will be a long road to return the lives of the disaster victims to normal and rebuild the school. But after 10 days of discussion and a close examination of the blueprints and the school ownership documents, there is a strong hope that Tzu and the Sisters of St. Anne will be able to rebuild the school together.
Most of the displaced quake victims in Haiti are currently residing in shabby tent homes that will have a hard time holding out the rainy season. So in Taiwan, Tzu is busy preparing prefabricated emergency shelters to be shipped to Haiti early in April. These lightweight, easy-to-build and quake-proof sheets made of strong plastic sheets, all 290 of them in total, have been donated to Tzu by a Christian entrepreneur who was deeply moved by Tzu's work with Taiwanese disaster victims in the aftermath of the 8/8 floods. The prefab homes are expected to arrive in Haiti at the beginning of May. Tzu is sending these prefab emergency shelters to Haiti. Made from plastic boards, these sheds open up like an accordion. With a pull, the roof and walls unfold so that the two side walls may be fixed in place with sticky tapes. In 30 minutes, a house emerges. It weighs only 40 kilos.
Get about 4 people, even if they are amateur builders, and give them about half an hour, and they will be able to build it because it's pretty self-explanatory.
Volunteers will add a 15-centimeter high foundation to the original structure to insulate it from damp soil. A tarpaulin has also been added to the roof to keep out the elements. Every day, the indoor temperature of the sample structure is taken to see if the design suits the Haitian climate.
It's highly waterproof and insulates heat well. It's very convenient and takes very little time to put up.
These 290 prefab emergency shelters have been donated to Tzu by a Christian entrepreneur who says that Tzu's post-8/8 flood relief efforts have moved him to contribute. More than 70 volunteers from Nantou County have been mobilized to pack the sheds for Haiti.
Everyone has seen how bad the quake was in Haiti. The master is very worried about the impending rain season, so we need to get the shelters ready soon.
The prefab shelters will arrive in Haiti in early May, providing temporary homes for 290 of the country's quake-affected families. Moving over to the Philippines, a fire broke out in the Tondo district of Manila on March 18th. More than 100 families lost their homes, and the windows and equipment at